Okay, let us start our Dhamma talk by page home to the Buddha. Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, today I will taught the instruction on Anäpānasati. Anäpānasati. So let's see, this Dhamma talk is like a present. So how to practice the mindfulness of breathing meditation, Anäpānasati. First of all, you should know that the Buddha taught the 3 trainings as a systematic practice toward the liberation. As you know, they are Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. So, Sila, morality, Samadhi, concentration, and Panya, wisdom. Here, Sila is an important foundation for the practice of concentration. For lay people, let's say, you should utterly keep the 5 precepts, and if it is possible, you should keep the 8 precepts. For the training of concentration, the Samadhi, for the training of concentration, the Buddha taught 40 samatha meditation objects, out of which 30 will lead to jhana absorption concentration. The remaining 10 will lead to access concentration. You can choose any of these to start, but we usually teach Anäpānasati, mindfulness of breathing meditation, to beginners. Most meditators find that it is easier to start with Anäpānasati. The in and out breath. In and out breath are always with that. So it is easier to take the object. In addition, our Bodhisattva practiced Anäpānasati, another body tree, on the night of his full enlightenment. So, before you start, it is important to understand one point. Since you were born, you have been breathing. The breath is always with you, even though you are breathing all the time. Are you aware of your breath? No. Outside of meditation time, all of us, outside of meditation time, mostly unaware of our breath. So, we have been breathing naturally, but unmindfully. Now, when you want to start mindfulness of breathing meditation, you should continue to breathe naturally, but you should change from unmindful to mindful. Now you should continue to let the breath be natural and place your awareness on the breath. Many meditators encounter difficulty because when they start to meditate, they put too much effort and control their breathing. This will give rise to tension and much discomfort, and their meditation will not be present and they will not be successful in the meditation. So, let's say, they may end up being afraid of meditation. So, it is important when you meditate, you should continue to breathe naturally, but now mindfully. You may start to practice. Firstly, find the postures and that is comfortable and can allow you to sit for a long time. You should keep your upper body straight and relax your mind and body. When your body is relaxed and the mind is calm, bring your awareness to the area in front of your nostrils and above of upper lip. You will feel the breath touching somewhere within the area, this around us area. Gently place your awareness on the in-breath and out-breath at the touching point, but be aware of the breath and not the touching point, not the touching sensation, not the touching sensation. If you are aware of the touching sensation, then your meditation will change from mindfulness of breathing to four elements. And also another important point is to let your mind become at the start of meditation. Before you start to be aware of the breath. For some meditators, it may be advisable to do Buddhānussati, the recollection of the Buddha's quality, or Metta Bhavana, loving kindness meditation, before going into Anäpānasati proper. So, to practice the Buddhānussati, you should choose the Buddha's statue or the Buddha's image, which can make your mind peaceful and can arouse faith in you. Then you should try to recall the Buddha's image that you have chosen in your mind and recite all 9 Buddha's qualities in your mind. You should not recite loudly. So the 9 qualities of the Buddha are as follows. As you know, Arahant Sammasambuddho Vijjacharana Sambano Sugado Lokavidu Anudro Purisa Dhammasarati Saddhadeva Manusana Buddho Bhagava. Also, you should understand the meaning of their qualities. The Arahant, this blessed one, having destroyed all defilements, is the worthy one. Sammasambuddho, he has attained perfect enlightenment by himself. Vijjacharana Sambano, he is perfect in knowledge and morality. Sugado, he speaks only what is beneficial and true. Lokavidu, he knows the words. And Anudro Purisa Dhammasarati, he is the unsurpassed tamer of man, fit to be tamed. Saddhadeva Manusana, he is the teacher of devout and human beings. Buddha, he is an enlightened one. Bhagava, he is the most fortunate possessor. He is the most fortunate possessor of the result of previous meritorious action. In this way, you should recite at least 5 rounds or 10 rounds. After that, you should choose one of them. For example, you may choose Araham. You may start the Buddhānussati by contemplating Araham. You should recollect with understanding the Buddha's quality. Just you choose Araham. So, understanding that the Buddha has destroyed all defilement and is a worthy one. You can practice Buddhānussati in this way, and your mind will become calm and clear. So here the Visuddhimagga explains that the one who may obtain 40 benefit by practicing the Buddhānussati, the recollection of the Buddha qualities. One of the benefits is the Saddha Vibhona. Here the Saddha Vibhona means the increase in faith. So some meditators, they ask, or let's say the feedback, that they have been practicing meditation for a long time, but they do not see any improvement. As you, like you, any improvement. And as a result, their faith decreases, and they would like to know how to increase the faith again. For such meditator, we encourage them, you should practice Buddhānussati. So such meditator, they should practice Buddhānussati. By practicing the Buddhānussati, their faith will increase again. So when your mind is cleared and calm after practicing the Buddhānussati, you are ready to start on your main meditation object. For example, Anäpānasati, mindfulness of breathing. And sometimes, let's say, instead of or in addition to Buddhānussati, you may choose to practice the metta meditation, the loving kindness meditation. So, firstly, you start by radiating to metta to yourself. May I be free from danger. May I be free from danger. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I be well and happy. In this way, after radiating using the 4 phrases for a few times, you should choose just one of these phrases. For example, may I be free from danger. May I be free from danger. You should choose the phrase and you should send metta to yourself for a while. And then, but here we should understand, you should not just recite the words, but radiate metta with the genuine wish from the heart. After radiating metta to yourself for a few minutes, you should radiate metta to all living beings nearby. Again, you should radiate mindfully, naturally, with the genuine wish for the well-being of all beings. May all beings be free from danger. May all beings be free from danger. In this way, if you radiate metta mindfully and naturally, very soon your mind will become peaceful and calm. Because of the metta kammatthana, the mind is very easy to calm and peaceful. So when your mind is calm, you are ready to practice Anäpānasati meditation. So if your mind is calm, your breath will become natural, and it will be easy for you to be aware of the in-breath and out-breath at the touching point in front of your nostril or above the upper lip. Just mindfully maintain your awareness on the natural breath. If you are able to maintain your awareness on the breath continuously for a long period of time, your concentration will develop and become deeper. But sometimes, after sitting for a while, you may feel numbness or pain in the knees or the leg. Initially, if the pain is not strong, you should just ignore the pain and continue to focus on the breath. If you can focus on the breath well, your pain will gradually reduce and will finally subside altogether. You should not pay attention to the pain, but just to ignore and to place your awareness continuously on the breath. If the pain becomes very strong and disrupts your natural focusing on the breath, then it is be the right time to change your sitting posture. So you can swap your leg or change to any other postures that you'll be comfortable. You should change slowly and mindfully while keeping your awareness on the breath all the time. After changing, you will find that you can focus on the breath, and you should continue to be aware of the breath. So, but sometimes you have a lot of wandering thoughts, and you find that you are not able to focus on the breath easily. What should you do? What should you do? Huh? Okay. So if you have a lot of wandering thought and you find that you are not able to focus on the breath easily, so you can use the counting method. When you breathe, when you note in breath and out breath, you count 1. Then in and out count 2. In this way, you can count from 1 to 8. And then start again from 1 to 8 continuously. When you find that your mind can stay with the breath longer time, you may drop the counting method and just focus on the breath. But anytime you feel the need to count the breath, you can use the counting method. Here I will give another method. Sometimes when you meditate, you may find that your mind wandered a lot, and you have a lot of difficulty keeping your mind with the meditation object, even with counting. It is difficult. You can try to train your mind by setting boundaries and slowly closing up the boundaries. So, for example, when you come and meditate here and PAMC, and during the meditation time, only within the compound of PAMC. Compound of PAMC. You test your mind, or you remind yourself. You see, you test your mind. You can only wander within the compound of PAMC. PAMC, but not beyond that. So that means not beyond that. Only the compound of PAMC. Then you learn to control your mind. You can think about the tree, compound the PAMC. You can think about the tree, or let's say the glass, or the Buddha statue, or the flower arrangement, or the candle, or something like that, etc. As long as the object of your wandering mind is within the compound of PAMC only. The moment your mind wanders beyond the PAMC compound, you must immediately bring it back to your meditation object, or to the object within the PAMC of compound. If you continue to train your mind in this way, after the few minutes, or after once next sitting, or maybe the next day, or next week, or a few days later, you will find that you are able to keep your mind within the compound of PAMC most of the time. Most of the time. Your mind is still wandering, but it is keeping to within your predefined boundary mostly. You have a better appreciation on how to control your mind, and through experience, it is possible to train your mind to do. Okay. So with better confidence in yourself, you can then reduce the boundary. Let's say Dhamma hall only these Dhamma hall, or only Dhamma hall, and you no longer allow your mind to wander outside to the compound, but only to the object within the Dhamma hall. For example, Buddha statue, or the flower arrangement, or candle, or the cup of the water, something like that. And then with training and practice, you may find it is now possible to keep your mind within a smaller boundary. Then you reduce the boundaries further, and then let's say you reduce even the place is become smaller, and then later on only let's say you can allow your mind toward the parts of the body, For example, Kisa, Loma, Naka, Danda, Dacho, Mansa, Naru, Ati, Minjan, Wagan, Harayan, Yaganan, Kilomagan, Piagan, Papasan, Andaguna, Udariyan, Karisan, Matalungan, Pedan, Siman, Popo, Lohidan, Sido, Medo, Asu, Wasa, Kilo, Singaniga, Lasiga, Modandi. What are the meaning? 32% of the body, no? In this way, only if you can memorize only 5 also can. Tacha Pinchaga. Kisa, Loma, Naka, Danda, Dacho, And again, you can see Kisa, Loma, Naka, Danda, Dacho. In this way, you train, how to say, you train slowly and reduce the boundary, and then finally to there. Finally, you should allow your mind to be aware of only your meditation object, no? Only your meditation object. So in this way, you can practice Anäpānasati. This way, you can practice Anäpānasati. But every meditation, the mindfulness is necessary. Mindfulness is necessary. So in the Buddha Buddha says, the bhikkhus in the Samyutta Nikaya, bhikkhu just at the footprint of all living beings that walk fit into the footprint of the elephant, and the elephant footprint is declared to be the chief among them. That is with respect to size. So to whatever wholesome state they are all rooted in heedfulness. Compass upon heedfulness, and heedfulness is there declared to be the chief among them. So heedfulness or mindfulness is the most important in the entire part of the practice, the bhavana, no? Entire part of the practice, bhavana. Always be mindful and you will be successful in your meditation practice. Okay, may you be successful in your meditation practice. May you be attain jhana, absorption, concentration. May you realize Nibbana in this very life. Okay, any question?
Brothers and sisters, so anyone has any questions on meditation? You may ask Bhante now.
Bhante, and thank you, Bhante. And Bhante, I want to ask the questions is because my body, especially my head, is tight. Bhante, just now you say you teach us about the wandering, right? How to say? I don't know how to say. Why we have so a lot of wandering? Why wandering a lot?
Why? This is some question. There is no answer. So there is no answer. So why me depend on the meditator? We cannot say. For example, this meditator he has a lot of wandering though. Why? The reason is may not be same each other. So this is no need to give the answer.
Then two is when I take the Buddhānussati, just can remain 1 minute. After that, cannot wandering again.
Okay, this 1 minute now you can practice the Buddhānussati 1 minute. It is very good sign for your meditation. Good sign means some people cannot maintain the 1 minute. Only there's 1 second or 2 seconds, their mind is wander again, no? Go out again. So now you can practice Buddhānussati 1 minute. Oh, very good sign. So try. But sometimes we can change the meditation object. For example, now you are practicing the Buddhānussati 1 minute and second time also you should try. But if you can't to practice the Buddhānussati, at that time you can change the another meditation object. For example, Metta Kammatthana, or sometimes the Metta Kammatthana means the loving kindness. Sometimes also you can use the Marananussati, recollection of the text. Let's say the Maranami do, Jividami ado. Maranami do, mind death is sure. Jividami ado, mind living is not sure. And the other word you can recollect. I must die every time. I may die every time. In this way, you can practice the Marananussati. And sometimes you should practice the Metta Kammatthana, sometimes you should practice the Buddhānussati, sometimes you should practice the Marananussati, and sometimes also you can practice your main meditation object, such as the Anäpānasati. No? So in this way, you should use the meditation object one after another, no? One after another. So and you can control your mind, no?
Anybody has any other questions to ask?
Thank you, Bhante. You mentioned to calm the mind, we can contemplate the qualities of the Buddha and metta. I realized that it is also, it seems like part of the 4 protective meditation. Is it the same, or it is just related?
Buddhānussati, eh? Same. This for the samatha meditation, Buddha taught the 40 kinds of meditation object. They are including Buddhānussati, 4 protest meditation object: Buddhānussati, Metta Kammatthana, Marananussati, Asubha Kammatthana. So these 4 are we can see the protest meditation, and the other we can see the samatha meditation. They are same.
Thank you.
Anybody has any other questions?
But then for the 4 protective meditation, is in one sitting or in different sitting? If you do
Sorry?
You want to do the 4 protective meditation, in one sitting or in different sitting? For example, sitting for half an hour, right? One time you do for what kind, or one time do one kind?
This one is especially for the meditator who understand this time is necessary for me the Asubha meditation. This time is necessary for me the Metta meditation. For example, sometimes during the meditation time, sometimes you get the angry. So at the time you should use the Metta Kammatthana. Metta Kammatthana meditation, loving kindness. Sometimes also you have the raga, means the greed. No? At that time you can use the Asubha meditation. You can use the Asubha meditation. Sometimes you lost your faith, saddha. In this time you should use the Buddhānussati. Also sometimes you are very lazy to practice the meditation. At that time, what should you do? You should practice the Marananussati. Why? Nowadays, many people, they don't want to meditate. Just they give the reason. I have many busy. I am busy. I am busy. But especially all of us know tomorrow morning we will die. We will die. What will we do? Only we will meditate. We can ignore the other important thing. Only we will meditate because we really know we must die. Well, we will die the tomorrow early morning. So in the same way, by practicing the Mindfulness, the efforts increase. Effort means the Viriya increase. So sometimes if you are lazy, you can practice the Mindfulness. So these 4 loaded meditation are depend on meditative condition. They can choose. Only one session you have these 4 so you can practice during the one time. You can practice these all 4 meditation objects.
The main thing is that just get your mind go into stable position and we go back to our basic meditation state.
Sure.
Right.
Anybody else?
ရှင်ဖေကယာကမီးဆိုတာပါပြော
Eh?
မနစ်သက်ဖွယ်ကအတန်နေစကားတွေကြားတယ်ဆိုရင်ယာကမီးကိုတောက်လောင်စီ
Minute for ya, net for ya.
မနစ်သက်ဖွယ်မနစ်သက်
Ragami go down. Mara. So the miserable Bashi. Ragami, okay, I must see the Bami. Ragami, Dosa me, Moha me. Sadi me, Zara me, Maranami, Doka me, Bridiwa me, Doka me, Domnasa me, Ubayasa me, Misata thee. I misata thee them, Ragami Zuraga, the Loba go pure. Ma ayoni, Kamagon ayoni, Boma, Tweda memora, Dashi them, Kamagon ayoni, Boma, Tweda memore, Migo, Ragami. Raga, knit the poya, Adanigo, Jayare, knit the poya, Ionigo, Tuyare, Kama, Taulana. Kuna who knit the poya, Jare Kamaja, Doda me, Taulana. Masaja go, Majinaria, Biobizo in low up him, not Doda him. Eh? Eh, a minute that Doda up Doda me, Taulana. Loba mimo, Raga mimo, Ara Doda me.
ဒါကလောဘပေါ့
Raga loba. Need to explain. She asking the Raga me the legacy. The Raga is the loba greed, and me is the fire. So Ragami arise Ragami. By listening the unpleasant song. She asking like that. So I give the I explain not because of the unpleasant song. Ragami arise, especially because of the present song. You know, when we hear the present song or when we see the present object, so the Ragami may arise. The Raga, okay, see, Raga, the Loba, ban, huh? Burning, yeah, Loba burning. And also, sometimes the unpleasant song or unpleasant objects when we meet, at the time the Doda fire arise, and Doda fire arise. So these fire are totally 11 fire. Raga Rasaki. Pali is a fire is the eggy. So Rasaki, Dosaki, Mohagi. So Raga fire, Dosa the hatred fire, Moha the delusion fire, and Chara. The Chara is the agents fire, Chara Marana, the death, Chara Marana, Soga is the sorrow. This is also the fire. Soga, Bridiwa is the lamentation. Dukkha, painful. Dukkha, Domnasa, grief. Dukkha, Domnasa, Ubayasa, despair. Dukkha, Ubayasa, Dukkha, Domnasa, that's all. Now how many? 10. Or Jati. Oh, sorry, we forgot to count the jati, the path. Totally 11. Okay, that's all.
Any other questions? So you can ask in Burmese, and we also will learn. Then Bhante can practice translation.
Simply to be Nibbanaနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးသိကြမှာလားဗျာနိဗ္ဗာန်တန်တိဒုက္ခအရင်ငြိမ်းချမ်းတယ်လည်းပြောတယ်ဗျာနိဗ္ဗာန်မှာရုပ်ကောနာရောလည်းမရှိတော့ဘူးလို့ပြောတယ်ဗျာနိဗ္ဗာန်အဲ့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ငြိမ်းချမ်းတယ်ဆိုတော့ရုပ်ကောနာရောမရှိလို့ရှိရင်ဘယ်လိုမျိုးသိရမလဲဗျာနောက်ပြီးတော့မြတ်စွာဘုရားနဲ့တကွာအရိယသူတော်ကောင်းတွေကနိဗ္ဗာန်ကိုစံမြန်းသွားတယ်ဆိုသူတို့ကအခုနိဗ္ဗာန်မှာရှိသေးလားဗျာဒါမှမဟုတ်နိဗ္ဗာန်ဆိုတာစီမီတစ်ခုညှင်းနေဆိုပျောက်သွားတာဗျာ
ပြောတော့ဒါကတော့အဲ့ဒီဟောပေါ့ဟုတ်ပါတယ်ဒီဦးဇင်းတို့ဟောမှာယရဏတုံမှာပါတယ်ခိနံဗုဒ္ဓနာနဝနတ္ထိတမောဝိတတ္တစိတ်တာယတိကေဘဝတမေတေခိနာဘီဇာအဝိရုံလိစန္ဒာတေခိနာဘီဇာခိနာဆိုတာကုံသွားတာဘီဇာဆိုတာကဒီနေရာမှာဒီပရိသန်နေနေချင်းနေတေခိနာဘီဇာအဝိရုံလိစန္ဒာနိဗ္ဗန္တိဒီတာယထယံပတိဘောတဲ့နိဗ္ဗာန်ဆိုတာတဲ့ယထယံပတိဘောတဲ့ဒီမီးမီးငိမ့်သွားတယ်မျိုးပဲတဲ့လောင်စာလည်းမရှိတော့ဘူးစီလည်းမရှိတော့ဘူးဒီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်မီးကအလိုလိုငိမ့်သွားတယ်အဲ့တဘောမျိုးကိုပဲခေါ်တာအဲ့တော့ဘုရားယန္တာတွေနိဗ္ဗာန်ကိုစံမြန်းသွားကြတယ်ဆိုတာကတော့ဒါတင်စားပြီးတော့ပြောတဲ့စကားပဲဒါကိုတက်ရက်ယူလို့မရအောင်နိဗ္ဗာန်ကိုသွားတယ်နိဗ္ဗာန်ကိုသွားကြပြီဆိုတာဒီတင်စားပြီးပြောတာတကယ်သွားလို့ရတယ်ခြေထောက်နဲ့သွားသလိုသွားတာတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးကိုယ့်ရဲ့ဒီအတိဉာဏ်နဲ့ဒီတရားအထုတ်တဲ့ဝိပဿနာဉာဏ်နဲ့ရင့်ကျက်လာတဲ့အခါအတိဉာဏ်ကဒီအငြိမ့်တက်ကိုနားလေတဲ့သဘောပေါက်သွားတဲ့အခါဒီယုံ nant ခန္ဓာတွေအပေါ်မှာတွေ့တာမမောမှုတဏှာတွေကကုန်သွားတယ်နောက်တစ်ခါဒီယုံ nant ဓမ္မတွေအပေါ်မှာအတိမှားမှုအဝိဇ္ဇာလည်းမရှိတော့ဘူးအဲ့တော့အဝိဇ္ဇာလည်းမရှိတော့ဘူးတဏှာလည်းမရှိတော့ဘူးဆိုတဲ့အခါကျတော့သူ့ရဲ့ပြည့်သမျှဒီပြိဋိဘံမဆန်ခင်မှာပြည့်သမျှအမှုတွေတည်နေပဲသူကကံအရာကိုမတည်တော့ဘူးကံတွေအကုန်ကုန်သွားတာကံကုန်သွားပြီဆိုတဲ့အခါကျတော့ကံကြောင့်ဦးဇင်းတို့လူဘဝရတယ်နတ်ဘဝရတယ်ဒါကောင်းကံကြောင့်ဥမာတိရစ္ဆာန်တွေငရဲသူငရဲသားတွေဆိုတာမကောင်းတဲ့ကံကြောင့်ကုသိုလ်ကံရောအကုသိုလ်ကံရောကုန်သွားပြီဆိုတော့နောက်ထပ်အကျိုးပေးတရားမရှိတော့ဘာမှထပ်ပြီးတော့ယောဂောနံကိုမဖြစ်တာပဲအဲ့ဒါကိုပဲဒါအငြိမ့်တက်လို့ခေါ်တာပေါ့အဲ့တော့ဒီနေရာမှာဦးဇင်းတို့ဒီချမ်းသာနဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့နှစ်မျိုးနားလည်တဲ့နံပါတ်1ကတော့ဝေဒိတဒုက္ခဝေဒိတဒုက္ခဆိုတာခံစားပြီးတော့ချမ်းသာတာနောက်တစ်ခုကတော့အဝေဒိတဒုက္ခမခံစားရဘဲနဲ့ခံစားမှုမဲ့ပြီးတော့ခံစားမှုမရှိဘဲနဲ့ချမ်းသာတာအဲ့ဒါကိုဒီတန်တိဒုက္ခလို့ခေါ်တာအငြိမ့်တက်ဘာဖြစ်လို့တော့ဒီဘက်ကဝေဒိတဒုက္ခဆိုတဲ့ခံစားပြီးမှချမ်းသာတဲ့ဒုက္ခကဒီခံစားနေရတုန်းလေးတော့ချမ်းသာတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီခံစားမှုရဒီချမ်းသာမှုကဒကာကြီးကဆိုကြပါစို့ထမင်းစားတယ်ထမင်းစားတဲ့အခါကျတော့ဒါဒီရတ္တယုံနဲ့ချမ်းသာနေတာပေါ့ဒါကိုဘယ်လောက်ကြာကြာစားနိုင်လဲနာယူဝက်စားပြီးတဲ့ဒါနိုင်တဲ့စားပြီးဘိုက်ပြစ်သွားပြီးထပ်စားနိုင်သေးလားအဲ့ချမ်းသာဘာဖြစ်သွားတော့ပျောက်သွားအဲ့အချိန်မှာတယောက်ကတကယ်ကောင်းဝေးမွန်ဝေးဆိုတာတကယ်ရမှဆိုကြပါစို့စားပြီးတဲ့အခါနားကျင်ပြီအဲ့နားကျင်တဲ့အချိန်မှာတကယ်ကောင်းဝေးမွန်ဝေးဆိုတဲ့အစားအသောက်တွေလာပြီးရှေ့မှာအဲ့နေတဲ့လူကိုနှိုးပြီးကျွေးမယ်ဆိုဘာဖြစ်မှာလဲစိတ်တောင်ဆိုးမှာဟုတ်လားဆိုလိုရင်းကဒီဝေဒိတဒုက္ခဆိုတဲ့သဘောကဒီသူ့ကိုယ်ကခံစားနေရတဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်ခံစားမှုလည်းရှိရတယ်ခံစားမဲ့အာယုံလည်းရှိရတယ်ခံစားမဲ့အရာဝတ္ထုလည်းရှိတယ်အဲ့နှစ်ခုကိုကမမြဲဘူးမမြဲတဲ့အတွက်ဒီချမ်းသာမှုဒီတကယ်စစ်မှန်တဲ့ချမ်းသာမှုလို့ပြောလို့မရဘူးဒီနိဗ္ဗာန်တို့ကြတော့ဒီယုတ်ကောနံကောဘာမှမရှိတော့တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်သူ့မှာငြိမ်းအေးနေတဲ့တန်တိလက္ခဏာတန်တိဆိုတာဘာမှအသင်္ခတနဲ့ပြောရင်ပိုကောင်းတာပေါ့အကြောင်းတရားတွေကဖန်ဆင်းမှုကြောင့်ဒီရုပ်တွေနာမ်တွေကဖြစ်ကြတာနိဗ္ဗာန်မှာအသင်္ခတဆိုတော့အကြောင်းတရားတွေကဖန်ဆင်းမှုဘာမှမရှိတော့တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်အကြောင်းကင်းနေတဲ့အတွက်သူကအင်မတန်မှငြိမ်းအေးနေတဲ့သဘောပဲအဲ့ဒါကိုဒါနိဗ္ဗာန်လို့သဘောပေါက်ပေါ့ Hello, neighbor, Dware, Biore the cow, Kuakuna Lube, the Bobo. The Kedolu Yara Mubu, Taga Tinza Biro, Biore the Ga. English are Bakuredo, Mother Fall, Lamdi, Mother Fall, Mother Fall. Mother Found call, Mother Found Alubiora. The Tinza Biora, the get Daya Tinyama, Mijuabo. And not a good woman, the Kunani Biji on Madrial. Lavalezero, woman Sojabazo, the Chana Mune Badalu. Masajabu, the Ludiama, Anayoga, the cook chini. Anayoga, the cook chini, Ludiago. Again, Mingo, Salu, Dalu Yao, Mindonina, Donu Yao, Zubio, Moody Bone Women, the Fega. The Fegajaro, and Mingo Yoga Bion, Gubi me. So ye, Pera do the Bubido Chaname. Yoga Pion Kubida Chaname. Tavime Yoga Pion Kubida do Bayale. Pama Mayala. So long as my busy to know the cuckoo busy to Mayala. Count having Piazia, she, Yalide. Oguna Yoga Piado, Piazia Bashi. Pama Romasu, Tame Ala do the Bubido Chana the Lube. Logama Luciana Nachana is Ragaro, Jamachana is Piaziaro, Chiavo, Maluciana Moa, and Nachana was Piazia. My neighbors Rajaro, Ba Piamle, Yolemsi, Nalemsi, Piaziaro, Messi, Dame, Piazia, Messi, Jingu, Gague, Chanania. I love the Bob. Finish. He asks about the Nibbana, So, what is a Nibbana? What is a Nibbana? Nibbana is a nothing. So there is a nothing. There is a no materiality, no mentality. No. So this is a Nibbana. So in the just I see in the Jarana Sutta, there is the one stanza. Kinam Buddhana Noanati Sambon Vidada Cheta Yatiki Boaseme. Tekina Bija Awidoni Chanda Nibandi Dida Yatayan Patibo. Idambi Sangayan Benida, Idina Sijina Suti Hodu. That means in this stanza, the Nibbana is like a, the wine candle, like the candle. Candle, the fire is the, if there is no wick, no the wine, no the wine. At that time, the fire is the distinguished, extinguished. Fire is the extinguished. In the same way, there is a no rupa, no nama, no materiality and mentality. So this called the Nibbana. But Kinam Buddhana Navanati Samo with Kinam Buddhana Navanati Samo. That means there is a no rebirth, the jadi. There is a no rebirth, jadi. So if we have the jadi, so we may encounter the suffering. So jadi is itself is a suffering. Jadi itself is a suffering. Because of the jadi, jara will arise. Because of the jadi, jara, the agents arise. Jara, marana, the death will arise. So these all are suffering. So there is a no jadi, there is a no suffering. So this is called the Nibbana. Nibbana is the we can say the amata, deathlessness. Deathlessness. There is a no more death. So this is called the Nibbana. Okay? So I explain like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I am Burmese. So I can speak Burmese well. So if you want to the listening more, you should learn the Burmese.
Okay, any other questions?
Bhante, the Burmese also very good song, very good sound. I like Burmese. Their language is very beautiful, good sound. Bhante, the day I asked Bhante about the Deva realm and the Brahma realm, Bhante said Brahma realm is better than Deva realm. Now, we don't want to go into Deva realm. How to go into Tusita realm?
Devaran.
Tusita
Yeah,
realm.
Tusita is the Devaran. One of the Devaran.
Then Tusita realm is better.
Yes, Devaran is the sixth. Sumaraji, Taurinsa, Taurinsa, Yama, Tusita, Nimana Reddy, Pranimita, Wasaudi. They are the according to the level. So the first one is the Srumarajika is the lowest one, and the Taurinsa is the better than the Srumaris, and also Taurinsa Yamara is the better than the Taurinsa, and also Yama Tusita is the better than the Yama Taurinsa and the Srumarajika. Tusita Nimana Reddy is the better than the Tusita. So Tusita is not best one. Tusita is the not best one. So Nimana Reddy and then next one is the Pranimita Wasaudi. Pranimita Wasaudi is the best one in the 11 of the Kamawachara run. 11 of the Kamawachara run. So let's see, the Tusita run is better than Taurinsa, Srumarajika, and human. So this one is the middle one, no? Middle one. So you can how to go me? Okay, say Yekechi Kusala Dhamma Sabedi Odam Bagin Kamaniya. Yekechi Agusala Dhamma Sabedi Adore Bagin Kamaniya. That means okay, I will say first one. Yekechi Akusala Dhamma Sabedi Adore Bagin Kamaniya. That means all kusala, all akusala and wholesome. Yekechi akusala. All unwholesome is the all unwholesome lead to the adore bagin niyami the down. Yeah, four state. Here is the Paliwa is the Oda adore bagin niyami the lower run. Yeah, all akusala lead to lower run. And Yekesi kusala dhamma sabedi Odam bagin kamliya. That means Odam means the higher. So all wholesome kusala, all wholesome will lead the person to the higher run. So if you can accumulate the wholesome deed, utterly you may reborn the human run, and also you can reboot the any of Deva run. And if you can practice the concentration way, also this jhana wholesome mind will lead you to the Brahma realm. And if you can practice the vipassana well and your vipassana knowledge is mature, this vipassana jhanas will lead you to Nibbana. So how now you know how you can go there to Siddha realm? Only you just accumulate the wholesome deeds. You can reborn the one of the Deva run by fulfill the wholesome deeds. By fulfill the wholesome deeds. But depend on your inclination. This is called the Upadana. Even you have the wholesome, but your mind is inclined to the Taurinsa run. At the time, this wholesome will lead you to the Taurinsa run. If your mind is inclined to the Tusita run, but the wholesome is same. But because of your inclination, upadana, this wholesome will lead you to reborn the Tusita Deva realm. So that is depend on your inclination, your upadana. Okay? So in a commentary say, I think so the Sayutta Nikaya commentary say like that. He encourages the person. He encourages the person. Everyone should make the aspiration. Should make the aspiration. When they do the wholesome deeds. You know, most of us, sometimes you offer to the Buddha, offer the candle or flower or the food to the Buddha, but you have no aspiration. Just you do. This is the wholesome. But this wholesome is, let's say, if this wholesome become mature, but how they give the result to you? You know? But if you have the aspiration, Sudana Vamalo, aspiration. If you made the aspiration, find this wholesome, because of this wholesome, I will be the Tusita Deva. No? I will be the Tusita Deva. So by doing this aspiration, this wholesome become mature, you will reborn the towering Saran. For example, our Bodhisattva, he got the different prophecy from the Tibetan Buddha. After that, he made the aspiration, I want to be the Sambuddha in the future. So every his the wholesome action. Whenever he do, whatever he do the wholesome action, these all wholesome are for his Sabbinyutta Jnana, for his Buddhahood. So he made the aspiration. Because of his aspiration, this wholesome become mature and he become Buddha. In the same way, we should make the one aspiration. This is called the one aim, goal or aim. So without aim, without goal, for example, you walk, but without aim or without goal, that is may not finish. You must walk, the whole life, but may not finish. But may not be finished. But if you have aspiration, for example, you will go to the bus station. The bus station is your aim or your goal. Yeah? So a few minutes later, your destination is full, no? Full of your destination is finished. In the same way, so you should make the aspiration as an aim. Okay.
But for example, you go to the Deva realm, any realm also can have practice of Buddhist practice, meditation. Every realm can do, or only certain realm.
No, all of us very lucky.
Okay.
Why? Why me there? In only the Deva realm, the meditation object Buddha taught the 40 kinds of meditation object is only in the Deva realm, not only in the human realm. The Deva realm, there is no the 40 kinds of meditation object. That is only the 28 meditation object. Because there is no asubha. There is no asubha, Deva realm. So asubha meditation object is the 10. So in the Deva realm, you cannot practice the asubha meditation. So reduce the 10 meditation object. Another one is the Hariprikura Senya. Hariprikura Senya means the food. We can reflect the repulsiveness. Because our food is very repulsive. You can reflect when you chew the food. You can imagine. You can imagine in your mouth what will happen during the chewing time. Huh? So in the same way, you can practice this Hari Prikuda Thinya. But the Deva run, you cannot practice this one. So there is 11 kinds of meditation object cannot practice the Deva run. I think so. Another one I forgot that. All totally 12. 12 is cannot practice the Deva run. In the Brahma run is also there is a cannot practice the Anäpānasati meditation. You know, Anäpānasati meditation only the human run and Deva run. That's all. Because the Brahma is never breathe. Never breathe. So cannot practice the Anäpānasati. No, you are very lucky. You have chance to practice the Anäpānasati. Yeah? So Anäpānasati is very powerful. You know, our Buddha. Okay, let's see. Anäpāna Chirote Jana. Anäpāna Chirote Jana Nipati Dawa. Tadewa Badakan Kadawa. Tadewa Badakan Kadawa. Vipassana Hote Dawa. Mega Pati Badiya. Chatu Mega Nyanina. Saba Kilisi. Kebidawa. Sama Sambodi. Abhi Sambododi. What is the meaning? That means our body sada before attain the Sama Sambodhi Jnana, he go to the body tree, another body tree. He says he practiced the Anäpānasati. Practiced the Anäpānasati and then attain 4 jhana. After that, based on it, he practice the Vipassana meditation, and the Vipassana meditation become mature, and the Mega Patipadiya, sequentially the Mega Jnana arise, and finally the Arhata Mega. Arhata Mega is destroying the all defilement. He become Sama Sambuddha. So even Buddha practice the Anäpānasati. So we are lucky. Also we can practice the Anäpānasati. If you will be Brahma, you cannot practice the Anäpānasati.
I mean, if you want to practice meditation, we still need to be a human being. Only need to be a human being again. I cannot go to Deva realm.
That depends on your desire.
Man, to go Deva realm is easy to do practice meditation. No, not easier. Only human realm easier.
Especially is the Deva realm. There is a lot of the sensual pleasure. You know, sensual pleasure. So, okay, let's say sometimes some people in the human realm, they practice the Vipassana diligently, but they cannot attain the Nibbana near this moment. So because of these Vipassana wholesome deeds, they remove the Deva realm. But some Deva, suddenly they reborn, they remember, oh, I need to practice the meditation. They practice the meditation, they become Riya, noble person. But some Deva, the human realm, they practice meditation diligently, and when they reborn the Deva realm, they forgot to practice the meditation because there is a lot of sensual pleasure. But don't worry, there is also the Dhamma talk. That is the Dhamma talk. Some Deva or sometimes the Saka taught the Dhamma, sometimes some Brahmamin come down to Deva realm and taught the Dhamma. So they have chance to listen to the Dhamma. At that time they remember, oh, I need to practice the Vipassana. So they practice the Vipassana and they become noble person. So Deva realm is better than human realm. But now in this human realm, as much as you can, you should accumulate these Vipassana knowledge. Without Vipassana knowledge, without Vipassana jnana, if you reborn the Deva realm, it is a little bit danger. You forgot to practice the wholesome deeds and you just happy with the deity or something like that. After that, you must go down.
Yeah, is all Deva realm got Buddhist teaching or only certain realm? For the Deva realm, is it all the 6 realm all have Buddhist teaching or only certain realm have?
We can see there is have a Buddha teaching.
Okay.
But most of the time, even our Buddha, he taught the Abhidhamma in the Devaran, but only he teaches the Taurindharan. But his mother, his former mother, no, is a Tusidaran. But he will not go to the Tusidaran. Only he go to the Taurindharan. He went to the Taurindharan. He taught the Abhidhamma in the Taurindharan. So Taurindharan is famous in the Pitaka. Most of the time, somebody they go to the Taurindharan and they taught the Dhamma.
阿毗达摩里面呢，开头的时候，他用一只鱼来比喻佛陀的那一种智慧呀、在那个大海里面呢，它是有什么典故的吗？那一只鱼跟那一个海洋有什么典故的吗？
But the sister asks, in the Abhidhamma, at the start of the Abhidhamma Pitaka, there's this story about a fish swimming in the ocean as a metaphor for the Buddha's knowledge, for the Buddha's, I think, Sabbanyutta Jnana. A fish in the ocean, swimming in the ocean. So sister would like to know, is there any background story to this? What is the significance? Why in the Abhidhamma Pitaka, there's this quoted this story about the big fish in the ocean?
No. That is just an example, no? Just an example. That is a no story. Just example. Example means Buddha the fourth week after attainment, the Adatta Sabbanyutta Jnana, fourth week, he replied the Abhidhamma. But first was Dhammasingani, Vibhinga, Dhadukata, Bogala Binyadi, Katawedu, Yamaka. And then the sixth was not appear the ray from his body. And later on, he reflected the patana. At that time, fear the ray. Why? And the commentary explains like that. Okay, see the big fish, but in the stream or river very narrow, so he cannot place well. Because of the narrow. But when he was the ocean, he can place well. In the same way, Buddha Sabbanyutta Jnana is a cannot measure. So the others, Abhidhamma, the Dhammasingani women, Dhadukara, Bogala Binya Katawetu is the very small with his Sabbanyutta Jnana. For his Sabbanyutta Jnana. But Patana is this Patana is very large, and his Jnana is also the Sabbanyutta Jnana is also very large. So they are become effect, become match, and after reflecting this one, Buddha got the happiness. So because of the happiness, the image or ray from his body. So that's all. That is the just example. There is no other story. Okay.
Any other question? Anybody else has any question?
Okay. Okay. I think so. You should go in front.
Abhidhamma have 7 jhana. 7 jhana, right? Jhana have 7. Which one is important? Which one is important?
Everyone is important.
But some is for not for this life or next life.
Okay, we will see. We will see. There is a 7 jhana portion. 7 portion. No, there is the first jhana. Especially the first jhana is not strong because of the very weak. But this first jhana is can give the result for this present life. This present life. But if he have no chance to give the results for this present life, this first jhana is finished. This is called the hosikama. Cannot give the result anymore. But the last one, the seventh one is for the second life. Second life. From here, from this life, the next life, for the next life, can give the result. But if there is no chance to give the result, also this number seven jhana is also finished. Hosika cannot give the result. But between the 5 kinds of jhana, second to 6, these 5 jhana can give the result throughout the samsara. So why the literature say the last one, the first one is also weak. The second, third, fourth, first, and sixth are strong, and the last one is also weak. So the first one is only can give the very closely. But for example, just we do the wholesome deeds now, and during this life, very closely, during this life they can give the results. Otherwise they cannot give, because they are very weak. And also the last jhana is also weak, so only they can give the results next life only. They cannot follow throughout the samsara. But the between jhana are strong, so they can follow throughout the samsara. Okay?
No, the first, then the second, then until the 7 cannot count very fast.
You want to know? Do you want to know? What should you do? You must practice meditation systematically. If you can practice meditation well, and when you can practice the Rupa Kammatthana and Nama Kammatthana, at that time you may know. You can know which jhana. Now you cannot know. Yeah. So also how I can explain for you, because you cannot practice not yet practice. So if when you practice Nama Kammatthana, I can explain and I can teach you. Hopefully one day you may practice meditation well.
Okay. Thank you, Bhante. I try.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Hi Bhante. Another question on meditation. I want to ask about the Mahasi method. So would it be considered a Vipassana method?
Okay, before asking your question, I want to ask you. You want to ask the Mahasi method? Do you want to ask the Mahasi meditation method?
Oh no,
method?
No. I just want to know that if Mahasi method is considered a Vipassana method, then the recommended method is to practice Anäpānasati first, then Mahasi. Is that how I should understand?
Firstly, we should understand what is the object of meditation, Vipassana meditation. What is the object of Vipassana meditation? Vipassana meditation object is only the ultimate materiality and mentality. The piñati concept is not meditation, Vipassana meditation object. So, if someone want to practice the Vipassana meditation, before practicing the Vipassana meditation, they must discern the ultimate materiality and mentality. Without discerning mentality and materiality, they are Vipassana. They may say I am practicing the Vipassana meditation. The Vipassana is, let's say, the superficial meditation, not deeply Vipassana meditation. So, if someone say, I will not say which method, someone say, I am practicing the Vipassana. How do you practice the Vipassana? Just this property program. Say, I'm practicing contemplating the nature, impermanent. This is no Vipassana, because this one is the Pinyati. Just I look at the Pinyati, I contemplate the nature, impermanent, suffering, suffering, dukkha, anatta, namse. This is the object is the Pinyati. So it is not really Vipassana. If you want to practice the deep Vipassana, before practicing the Vipassana, you must discern the ultimate mentality and materiality. What I mean, do you get what I mean? So, why we have to practice there? We have to teach the Anäpānasati meditation to beginner. So that is especially to discern the ultimate mentality and materiality. We teach Anäpānasati. If some meditator they don't want to practice the Anäpānasati. Also, okay, we teach the 4-element meditation. 4-element meditation, they can discern the ultimate materiality, Rupa Kammatthana, and after that we will teach the Nama Kammatthana, ultimate mentality meditation, and after that they can contemplate the cause and effect, definite origination. And this is called according to the 7 purification, the Visuddhi. This is called the Kinkha Vitarana Visuddhi. So after that, they can go to the Mega Jnana Dassana Visuddhi. That means the Vipassana meditation. Any question?
So I'm very clear that for beginners especially, we should practice and master Anäpānasati first. I think this point is very clear. The reason I'm asking is because I started with Mahasi practice. So, but of course, I don't think I'm very deep. So I want to make sure that I'm understanding correctly.
Yes, so someone want to practice the Vipassana deeply. People practicing the Vipassana meditation, they should discern. They must discern the ultimate materiality and mentality. After that, if they practice the Vipassana, their Vipassana is let's say the deep Vipassana. No?
Thank you.
Any more questions? Anybody has any questions? This is the last Sunday before the Vasa will end. So, the last opportunity to ask Bhante. We have no more Dhamma talk scheduled before the end of the Vasa. So, please ask the question if you have any. Why Bhante doesn't look very happy? The students are very happy, but the teacher doesn't look happy.
Stay okay, huh? But I am afraid of only one thing. Because first our lesson is many students. But later on, fewer. So in our Dhamma also first time is many audience. So okay. The next time the audience is become reduce. So I am afraid of it only.
ရောက်ချင်တာတပြီးတော့ဟိုတစ်ချိန်တော့တရားစခန်းဝင်ခဲ့ခုဝင်ခဲ့တော့ပေါ့တရားထိုင်တယ်တပြီးတော့ကြောက်တာတပြီးတော့မှားရင်းနဲ့လမ်းကြောင်းတစ်ခုကိုလိုက်သွားမှကြောက်လို့ဗျာတပြီးတော့အဲ့တစ်ချိန်တရားထိုင်ခဲ့တော့စားထိုင်တဲ့အချိန်လေးမှာနာတာပေါ့ဗျာတကူလုံးကနာတယ်ဗျာပထမဆုံးထိုင်တဲ့အချိန်နားနောက်2ရက်3ရက်ကြာလာတဲ့အခါမှာလို့နာတွေပေါ်လာတဲ့အခါတပြီးတော့တင်ပါတယ်ဗျာတင်တော့ဒီတကူလုံးနာတဲ့ထဲကအရန်နာတဲ့နေရာတစ်ခုကိုစူးစိုက်ပြီးတော့မှတ်ဖို့ပေါ့တပြီးတော့အဲ့လိုမှတ်တဲ့အခါမှာအဲ့ဒီနာကျင်နာတွေကတပြီးတော့ရဲ့အာယုံမှာဘလို့မြင်လာလဲဆိုတော့ပိုးလောင်လန်းလေးတွေအကုန်လုံးကနံရံတစ်ခုလာတိုက်နေတယ်လို့မျိုးအဲ့လိုနာကျင်မှုအဲ့လိုမျိုးမြင်ပါတယ်ဗျာအဲ့ရမှာတခါအဲ့လိုပိုးလောင်လန်းလိုဟာလေးတွေတပြီးတော့ဆက်ကြည့်တဲ့အချိန်မှာအဲ့ဒီနာကျင်မှုကຫນွယ်ပင်တစ်ခုတက်နေတယ်လို့မျိုးခံစားရပါတယ်ဗျာမြင်ရပါတယ်ဗျာ
အဲ့နာကျင်မှုက
အဲ့နာကျင်ຫນွယ်တစ်ခုຫນွယ်ပင်တစ်ခုຫນွယ်တက်နေတယ်လို့မျိုးနောက်တစ်ခုကပန်းဝင်တစ်ခုကအလွှာလိုက်ကွာကြနေတယ်လို့မျိုးလည်းမြင်ရပါတယ်ဗျာအဲ့တပြီးတော့မှားရင်းတဲ့လမ်းကြောင်းတစ်ခုနဲ့လိုက်မိသွားတာလားမသိဗျာ
ဒီနေရာမှာဦးဇင်းတို့နားလေသိတာကဒီနာကျင်မှုကိုမှတ်သားတာပေါ့နော်ဒါကဦးဇင်းတို့ဒီကမ္မထအရာပြောမယ်ဆိုဒါနာကျင်မှုဆိုဝေဒနာပဲအဲ့တော့ဝေဒနာကမ္မထခေါ်တာပေါ့ဝေဒနာကမ္မထဆိုတော့ဒီဝေဒနာကမ္မထကိုရှုပုံရှုနေကတော့ဦးဇင်းတို့မာသရိပဏ္ဏသုံးမှာဟိုပြထားတာရှိတော့အဲ့တော့ဦးဇင်းတို့ကမှားတယ်မှန်တယ်ဆိုတာတဲ့ဟိုပေါ့ဦးဇင်းတို့အနေနဲ့ဒီညမှာဘယ်ဟာမှားတယ်ဘယ်ဟာမှန်တယ်လို့ပြောဖို့တဲ့အကောင်းဆုံးကတော့ဒီဘုရားရှင်ကဒီပိဋကတ်တော်တွေကယနေ့လောကမှာထင်ရှားရှိနေသေးတာဟုတ်အဲ့တော့ကိုယ့်ရဲ့လမ်းစဉ်မှားလားမှန်လားဆိုတာကိုဆရာအပြောနဲ့ဟိုဆုံးဖြတ်စရာမလိုဘူးအဲ့တော့ဘာနဲ့ဆုံးဖြတ်မှာလဲဆိုတော့ပိဋကတ်ဆိုတဲ့ပေဒံနဲ့ပဲတိုင်းတာမှာဒီကျင့်စဉ်တွေဒီပိဋကတ်တော်မှာလာတဲ့အတိုင်းမှန်တယ်ဆိုရင်တော့ဒါဦးဇင်းတို့ကဒါဒီဟိုလမ်းမှန်တယ်အကယ်၍ပိဋကတ်နဲ့မညီညွတ်ပါဘူးပိဋကတ်တော်မှာလာတဲ့အတိုင်းမဟုတ်ဘူးဆိုရင်တော့ကိုကဒါကိုဟိုရှောင်တဲ့နဲ့ရှောင်ပေါ့အဲ့လိုပဲရှိတယ်ဦးဇင်းတို့အနေနဲ့ကတော့ဘယ်ကျင့်စဉ်ကမှန်တယ်ဘယ်ကျင့်စဉ်ကမှားတယ်လို့ပြောဖို့တဲ့ပိဋကတ်တော်နဲ့ပဲချိန်ထိုးစီခြင်းတယ်အဲ့တော့ချိန်ထိုးပါလို့လည်းတိုက်တွန်းပါတယ်ဟုတ်ပလားအေးဟုတ်ပြီဟေးsomeone သူတရားရောက်ကသူ့ကိုမေးတယ်နဲ့သူမေးတဲ့မေးခွန်းမျိုးမေးအင်္ဂလိပ်လိုမေးတယ်လားဘယ်လိုမေးမလဲအေးဟုတ်ပြီကဲကိုယ့်အကူပဲပြောတော့ဟုတ်ဗျာအေး brother ကောင်းဘာသာပြန်လိုက်သူ့ဘာသာပြန်ခိုင်းလိုက်မေးခွန်း
She started to meditate first a few days, then she feel that very painful in her whole body. After that, she realized that she feel the pain, right? She concentrate on the pain getting clear, and then the small one touching to the wall. She feel something like that. So many one is touching to the wall. Then after that, she contemplate again, right? Then she feel that small plant, right, wrapping around the column or something like that. Then after that, she contemplate again. She feel that the paint is like a flower. Called what? The flower have a few petals, right? One the petal is dropped one after another slowly. Then she feel like a whole. The pain is she feel like that kinds of imagination. She get it. So she is asking to the Bande, is that correct or not? What should she do? That's a question.
So she main question is how this way is right or correct or not. So I see this one is no need to measure according to the teacher. We have known the Pitaka exists in the world, so we should measure with the Pitaka. If this method is according to the Buddha teaching, Tipitaka, so we should understand this is the right way. If it is not according to the Buddha teaching, Tipitaka. So it is we should avoid to do it. We should avoid to do it. That's all.
Bante, good morning. I want to ask the medium. Good afternoon. Yeah. Okay. JJ brother JJ 帮我翻译哈，我是想问那个Chara CARA Chara 和 Vamsa 是 Chara Vamsa 他们是什么意思？然后Chara 是代表法师禅师两者都能够教导，是吗？禅师法师Vamsa 也是一样，我想想了解一下，谢谢。
But this is this question, the Chara, and then sometimes Vamsa. Sister, first of all, want to know the meaning of Chara and Vamsa. Then secondly, Sister would like to clarify, does it Chara means that refer to someone who can teach both the Dharma and also meditation. So someone like that who can teach both Dharma and meditation is called a Chara, with Chara behind. Is that right? So Sister would like to clarify.
Chara is not only the Chara, especially the Janeyyacara. Janeyyacara. Achara. Not the Chara. Achara. Achara means here the Achara is like we can translate the habit or usually this one is there. So Honsa is like a lineage. Yeah. Honsa is a lineage. Asara is a usual. And so here the okay, I will explain my name. So here the Janeyyacara. Janeyya means the Janeyya is from the jnana. So the Janadidi jnana. Janadidi jnana means the because of the knowing, called the jnana. Jnana means the knowing. So this is the synonym word. Jhana and Janeyya is the same. And Jhana and Jnana is the same. And Ya. Janeyya is the Ya is a Ya the possessive Paisana. Possessive. So who possess the wisdom? Who have the wisdom? This is called the Janeyya. And Achara. Achara is a usually. So the totally we can say who usually practice for the wisdom. This is called the Janeyyacara.
Sister would like to clarify the Achara, does it mean teacher? Bante's Achara.
Oh, no teacher. Achara is not the teacher. Achara is this one is like only the some habit, religion, usual practice. Oh yeah, religion. Religion, English. Habit, yeah, only like a habit. Yeah. Always you do this one. No, no. Usually you do something, always do this called Achara. So habit, we should translate that. Habit. Oh yes, Acharya is a teacher. Achara and Acharya is not the same.
Anybody else has any question to ask our teacher, who is always in the practice of cultivating wisdom, so that we may also learn and we can improve our wisdom too. So it's not always we have Bante Janeyyacara, so we also must learn.
Okay, let us start our Dhammata, no? And share meditation.
Okay, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I think we also like to take this opportunity to thank Bhante, because for the whole of Vasa, Bhante has spent a very busy Vasa. Many teaching, many Dhamma talks. So we are very fortunate and very happy, very lucky that we learn a lot of Dhamma from Bhante. So we would like to take this opportunity to thank Bhante again. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, sharing on that, no? Okay, Rabbi after me. Idhavadaja amihi Sambadam Bonya Sambadam Sabhi Devanumodandu Sabhi Buddhānumodandu Sabhi Sadanumodandu Sabha Sambati Siddhiya Idami Nyadinam Hodu Sukita Hondu Nyadayo Idami Bonya Asawakya Wahan Hodu Idami Bonya Nibbānasa Pichayo Hodu Idami Bonya Satu Sadhana Katan Hodu Mama Bonya Bhagan Sabha Sadhana Bhajimi Tisabi Misama Bonya Bhagan Labhandu Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.